Hi guys, this is me, Rusty78609, live from the Coco Nino National Forest near Flagstaff, Arizona. I'm dispersed camping. This is Thursday, June the 8th, maybe, I think, 2017. It's about 7 a.m., a little after Arizona time, and I'm in the National Forest. You can see it all around you. There's one more dispersed camper over there, and I think there's one more down a little way to my left. But again, I want to give you this, the purpose of this video is to give you a 1-week review of my Zamp solar system and the Dometic CF-18 refrigerator in actual use. I've had it in actual use for 1 full week, and now I'll give you a summary of what I think about it. Of course, what I have, I've got my breakfast sitting out here. I'm fixing to have breakfast in just a minute. But anyway, that's the Zamp solar suitcase that the panels go in. I'll show you the panels in just a minute. It's two 60-watt panels with a 10 amp controller, I think, and show you the rest of the system, then I'll tell you what's going on. Okay, I've got a 300-watt pure sine inverter connected to actually it's a group 31 battery and a group 27 box. And the way I've got it set up, or the way it was set up for me, you just plug in this little adapter here. This goes, let's see, this goes to the refrigerator. This cord right here goes to the refrigerator. And this right here, this is where the solar panel plugs in. If you want to charge your cell phone, you would do it right here where my finger is. This little thing lifts up, and so that takes care of everything I wanted to do. I wanted to be able to charge my laptop, cell phone, run a refrigerator, and a 12-volt fan. I have a U2 Cool, I'll show you, right down there. Right over here is a 10-inch 12-volt U2 Cool fan. I run it about 4 or 5 hours a day. When it's warm, I run it. This is the Dometic CF-18 refrigerator. I'm going to move this out of the way, and it's so far so good. You can see the size. I'll put my water bottle by it so you'll get a better idea of how big it really is. This is a 16-ounce water bottle, and I'll sit it right there and you can get an idea of how big it is. Okay, it's very quiet, very energy efficient. Right now the inside temperature is about 38 degrees. And that's perfect. That'll keep everything fresh for a long period of time. And I'll open the lid and let you see how much it holds. It's worked perfectly so far. It's got a little, you push this little button here and lift at the same time. If I can do it, yep, there it goes. And then you can see on this side over here where the thermometer is, temperature gauge, yeah, you can see how cold it is in there, right there. But anyway, oops, I shouldn't have done that. But anyway, on this side I've got enough food to last about 4 days. I've got 4 beers here, got some yogurt over here. And so it's got plenty of space for me, one person. And over here is the controls. This is the plug that goes to the battery. This is the rheostat. I've got it set at about the 10 o'clock position. If you turn it all the way around to freeze, it'll actually turn into a freezer and freeze everything in there. It will actually do that. And then we'll go out here, and these I'm actually in a national forest, so right now of course I'm not getting much sun, and I really haven't fooled with it much this morning. I will in just a minute. But the battery level has stayed full since I got the panels. I've had no issues with the battery getting low at all. The battery level right now shows to be 13.4 volts. And that is basically a full battery, or very close to being full. And I'll move that into the direct sunlight in just a minute. And it will be when it gets to about 14.4, it'll just start flashing full. So overall, what I'd have to say is, after 1 week of actual use as in boondocking or dispersed camping, that the Zamp solar, the 120 amp or yeah, 120, or excuse me, 120 watt, not 120 amp, but it's two 60 watt panels, and they put out about anywhere from 7 to 9 amps per hour in direct sunlight. And so for me, using the items that I've described earlier, I only have the panels out in the direct sunlight for about maybe 5 hours a day average. The reason is I take little trips and I have the solar panel inside the vehicle. I don't leave it anywhere. So the direct sunlight for the last 7 days has been an average of about 5 hours a day. And so far, the refrigerator's been running 24 hours a day for 7 days, and the battery is still full. And in fact, it'll be flashing full here in just a minute because I'll put the panels in direct sunlight while I take a walk. But so I'd have to say, overall, instead of looking at that, I'll let you look at the National Forest. But overall, for me, I would have to say that the Zamp suitcase solar portable unit, 120 watt, 260 watt panels, tied into a Group 31 120, I believe it's a 120 amp hour battery I've got. It's an AGM battery. And I'd have to say that so far it's been working perfectly. I haven't had any problems at all. I thought maybe over a 7-day period that gradually the battery would diminish or would lose charge, and that at some point I would actually run out of battery. Well, I didn't. And so 7 days on the road, actual use. The Dometic refrigerator does what it says it'll do. It's very quiet, very energy efficient, because I'm only putting in probably 35 amps a day into the battery. So the Dometic refrigerator plus the fan plus charging the laptop and the phones occasionally has not used that much energy because the battery has stayed full. So that tells you that the Dometic CF-18 really sips energy because it's using less than 2 amps per hour for sure, more like 1.5, because I'm only, again, putting in about 35 amps per day average now. That's about the average. So for you guys that are looking at solar systems, now you've got something to go from, because if you're going to use a Dometic CF-18, you can get by very easily with a 120 watt setup. Mine works fine. I've got a 120 amp hour battery, AGM battery, and I have to say this, it works for me, guys. But anyway, boondocking is what it is. This is a good campsite here. It really is. It's really close to Flagstaff. I've got to go check the mail in a minute. And so it's very quiet. It's free. You can't beat that price. And, you can see the beauty all around. I mean, if you like forests. I mean, I'm not really into forests all that much. I mean, I enjoy them as a break for a few days, and then I'll go back to whatever I want to do, because that's the advantage of me just traveling around here in the White House. But I'll give you a look at my setup other than, you can see it's kind of junky on the bed right now because I just moved some stuff around. That stuff that's on the bed now will go up under the bed, right up under here. And I need to get some more propane today, one of those little propane bottles. But so far, so good, guys. Do I need the Scamp? I know a lot of you have asked questions. What happened to the Scamp? What happened to the Scamp? Well, what happened to the Scamp is the White House. I don't need it. This will work for me fine. And besides that, you're much more flexible in where you could go. I would hate to think I had to pull a trailer of any kind down these forest roads, because these roads are just not good. You can't go more than 5 or 10 miles an hour on most of them. And, and besides that, pulling it behind your vehicle, it would be covered with dust. And this dust out here is like powder. I mean, it's just amazing. But be that as it may, everything's going good. And for those of you that are looking at solar, this is how mine works, and you can build out from that what you need. So anyway, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye from Coconino National Forest. Buy USA when you can. Drink plenty of water. 3 or 4 quarts a day won't hurt you. You may TT like a racehorse or a 2 or 3 peckered possum, but you'll feel a hell of a lot better. So take deep breaths, breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth several times a day. That'll relieve stress, and relieving stress lowers your blood pressure, and lowering your blood pressure just does all kind of good for your body. It just makes it so much easier on your heart muscle. And stretch walk, keep your health, because we're going to go somewhere else. I think I'm going to be going over close to Prescott for a day or 2 or 3 or 4, whatever. But anyway, guys, enjoy your day. Again, one more thumb up. So adios, bye-bye.